Hello and welcome to our next episode of, you guessed it, Majo Manifesto. I am your host, Maj. I actually did remember to do a poll this week to include everybody's opinions on what song I should do next. And it wasn't crazy overwhelming. I think it was like half and half, where a lot of people wanted Hey It's Me, and then Fly was a close contender, and something else. I really fought myself this week because as much as I love you guys, I am in a place to speak about Fly. But then I really thought about it and I was like, you know what? I don't think I'm ready for that right now. Fly was as funny and comedic and Amy Winehouse of a song that was. It was attached to a pretty decently terrible time for me. But it was actually written in between my two trips to LA. It was like 3 years ago now, or 2 years ago. But yeah, so I actually am not ready for that. So thank you for picking Hey It's Me, because I would have done Fly. But here we are, we're talking about Hey It's Me. Ooh, updatey poo about my week. It was you know what? This week was a little tough. I'm not gonna lie, it was a little tough to exist this week. I'm so grateful to be in therapy so I can have some sort of meeting point to come back to, a place for accountability and just like making sure that I'm not crazy. But yeah, it was a bit of a tougher week. I was really anxious. I was very, very anxious. But I truly do think that you feel these ways right before something big. I had a slower week, but being with myself was a little harder than I expected it to be. Yeah, it was a little tough for me to exist and come back to myself. And I think we need to also recognize that that's literally part of the journey. Like, for me to have a tougher week probably inspired me to write something that's going to turn into something else. Accept all the versatility of emotions that we are blessed to have as human beings. To accept it, to carry it, to hold it. It's a huge, huge lesson. And I think that just doesn't end, really. Life is truly about the nuances, the good and the bad. So it was a little tough for me to like be happy and like not scared. The thing is, like, everything is fine. Everything is so good. I think I just haven't ever felt this type of surety before in myself and my music. The people that I'm collaborating with, the music I'm making is just so spectacular. I'm so happy. But I think it also makes you sometimes doubt yourself, because you're holding something so special. I don't want to fuck it up. And I don't think there's a real way of me fucking it up, unless if I genuinely truly did fuck it up. But even that, I feel like some people, destiny is destiny. Who you are and the timing that you meet yourself in when you create these songs, it means something. It's all part of the journey. So I'm just trying to accept my journey at this point. And right now my journey is saying, girl, I'm a little scared, okay? Like, I'm a little scared and I'm a little doubtful, but I will come back to myself. Today was like the first day I actually was able to combat my feelings and my thoughts about things a little easier. And I came back to myself and I said, girl, you're fine. Everything's gonna be okay. Just slow it down, breathe, and keep looking forward to this feeling that you will have, regardless of the goal being met right now. But you have this feeling, you have the capability to feel as good as you're going to feel in 6 months when all of this stuff comes out, and the world will welcome it and appreciate it. So that's my little tidbit for this week. Otherwise, been good. Yeah, let's get into Hey It's Me. Maybe I shouldn't say this right now. Maybe I don't have anything deep this week to say about it. And it's funny because Hey It's Me is, I think me and Chris made the perfect song. I love that man so much. He has stood by me since I was 18 or 19, I would say. I met him around that time because of Jason, and the one thing we really had a knack for from the beginning was making acoustic songs. Like, we would make things out of thin air, of just him playing guitar and me singing. And I did used to play piano and guitar pretty proficiently. I made my whole first EP. I composed the whole thing, and then we brought it to producers. When I met him, honestly, it was like, people just be doing this shit better than me. So I kind of let it go, but I feel like I'm going to come back to it eventually. But yeah, meeting him, making ideas was the most beautiful process. It was also a very quick process. Like, we would make songs minutes, like 20 minutes, done. And Hey It's Me was one of those songs. We literally just sat down, made the song in 20 minutes. I made sure, and I remember this distinctly because making the bridge, or that like little interlude part, I looked at Chris, I was like, is this corny? Like, is this too plain? And he was like, no, you're good. And you need to thank Chris Godfrey for that, because I really did. I tried to overthink it, but he was like, you're fine, everything's okay. But yeah, it was such a beautiful process to make this song. It was a quick process. I remember, I'm pretty sure those are my demo vocals as well. Like, I did a pass of it once and I was like, we're good. And we never changed it. We tried to re-record, I think, a couple of times, and it didn't work out. A lot of my songs are like that. A lot of them are just one and done's demo vocals. I'm growing out of that now, to be honest, because I love that Jason, for example, like Honey, we did like a bajillion, I don't remember how many, it wasn't bajillion, but like a decent amount of just vocal takes. I remember just being like, why is he not happy? Like, I think I sound great. And then I think I listened to the demo a couple years back and I was like, yeah, like, no, that man really, he was looking for something in my vocal takes, like a magic. I'm trying to implement that now, where I just want to do take after take and make sure that I'm conveying the emotion. Of course, there's a part of you that's like, you get the demo-itis, and that's the thing that artists get, where you just feel like the demo vocals are it. And I'm battling that right now, to be honest. One of my last songs on the project is just me doing the demo in my room with just like a little baby mic, and Drew really, really loves it. And a part of me is just like, there's like a little itch where I'm like, let's just try doing this 20 times and see if there's something better. But yeah, Hey It's Me was the demo vocal, and I was just so happy with my delivery of it, though. It was very raw. It was full of emotion, and I think I was truly in the midst of letting someone go at that time. I was pretty young. I think I was like 20, 21 maybe. And I always like saying this, but that song was made about a man with a fat ass. An Egyptian man with a fat ass, all right? That's how I'm going to describe him. And that's how he deserves to be talked about. But yeah, he was an interesting dude. He was Coptic Orthodox. Of course, like, my family background is Muslim. So his family just could not accept that we wanted to be together at that point. And honestly, everything was so dramatic. Like, it was such a dramatic play of events. I think we were only seeing each other for like 3 months. But like all of my relationships back then, and honestly up until pretty recently, it was like a very intense, passionate 3 months where it was like, oh, do I see myself like marrying this person and living with them and doing all these things? Like, I was a huge like long-term thinker. Now that shit is gone in the wind. Of course, there's morals and values that you cannot compromise on. I will not be in cahoots with a Trump supporter. But there were like very, very initial things that we clicked on. Just being around each other was very, very nice. But it would always get so serious so quickly, and it would just become this like heart, like wrenching thing. But yeah, it was like a nice time. I remember I thought he was like the nicest dude I'd ever been with in my string of guys, until like, I think it was like a year later, my best friend was like, yeah, actually I sent him an email. And it's funny that I did that too. I'll probably try to find it just for shits and giggles for my own self, but like, we stopped talking. We were supposed to call, and then he just never called after we saw each other in person, and it was like this weird like back and forth argument thing. But it was at a party, very embarrassing stuff. But after that, I had sent him an email probably like a month and a half later or something, and it was a very well-rounded, I thought, innocent, nice email. I literally was just like, I think all of the feelings that we had for each other were just us being kids and like wanting to be together and having this really, really passionate feeling towards each other and just wanting that to work out. And I'm sorry for being mean. I was a bullier. I was a bullier of men. Could you guess? I was a huge bullier of men, and I literally just berated him. I just berated him at that party. I used to remember, I knew exactly what there were like some back and forths that we did that were really witty and cool that I did, or at least I thought back then, but now I don't really remember. But yeah, I just apologized. I was like, I'm sorry, I was mean, and it was literally just coming from a place of love. Like, I just wanted to be with you, and I know that you wanted to be with me, but I hope you can move past this and also find someone that your family like, actually just find somebody who you really love, and the concept of your family getting in the way, that's like a heartbreaking concept, is you not being accepted. I was like, I really wish the best for you, and you find somebody and you rectify this with your family and they can accept whoever you choose to love, you know. And I sent him that. He never replied to the email. We never saw each other again. Or at least I don't think so. Did I ever see him? I think I saw the back of his head like 2 years ago at a Palestine rally. But yeah, we never saw each other. Fate did not, you know, bring us back together, which was fine. And then I found out that he actually sent that email around to his boys. He just shared it and he was like, haha, look at this loser girl, like, up my booty. And I'm like, girl, why would you do that? And if you're watching this, I knew you did that. So, yeah, word gets around, you dumb shit. And that was very heartbreaking for me. I truly just thought we were innocent and we wanted to be together, and he was mature about it. But obviously, you know, boys at that age don't have that deep capacity for empathy and the deeper meaning of life. So really, what was I asking for? You know, decency? Don't ask for that at 21. So that kind of tainted my experience of it. But Hey It's Me was written probably like a month after that, and I went into the studio and just wrote it. I think I had like other verse ideas, but those are the ones that I settled on. And it was just such a simple, I mean, it is just a simple song. It's me, acoustic guitar, bit of reverb. The mix was gorgeous. Chris mixed that as well. And that just, that one place we have that swell of emotion in the song. And really all I wanted to convey with this song was longing, and the idea that I wanted to call him, but I honestly also had some dignity back then, and I was like, I'm not gonna do all that. But if I were to call him and to have this moment of really raw vulnerability with somebody where I'm like, hey, like, I genuinely just wanted to check in on you, and if you were okay. I felt so connected to him at that point. What he was going through, I mean, me being a very sensitive empath, like, it was a huge, like, feeling to be so connected to somebody like that. And at that time, I really did deeply feel for him because he had gone through so much, you know? But yeah, those first couple of lines where I'm like, hey, it's me. I know I said we wouldn't speak again, which I did say, but hey, it's me. See, I called you just to be your friend. That was also really beautiful. I think, bottom line, we were really nice people to one another. We would just laugh and giggle and just have a good time. You can hear me saying the interlude, and I think like that interlude mini part is my favorite part of the song, because it's like I'm having this moment. Like, throughout the song, it feels like I'm just unraveling. Like, the beginning feels like, you know, hey, it's me. I know I said we wouldn't speak again, but hey, it's me. It's like this like little timid entry that I'm like, I'm just calling because we're friends, you know? But actually I'm calling because I feel like there might be something going on. And then it's like, I thought I'd call you because I'm on the mend, which is me just saying, honestly, I feel like I'm strong enough to do this. You know, I'm like feeling better. Let's have a chat. And then when the interlude steps in, it's literally just me saying, just falling apart immediately, you know? And whether he answered the phone or not, like, he hasn't. It's just me, like, literally unraveling as the song goes. So, I need you here. Is that okay? It feels like years since you went away. I know you miss me tracing your back and humming songs we heard into your neck. Hey, it's me. God, it's so good. That is so good. It was just like so concise and so beautiful and so visual. Those words kind of like strung together was so beautiful. But that's the moment where I kind of give and I go, okay, like, I called because I need you, you know, and I called because I really do miss you. And it really does feel so long since we've spoken to each other. And you know what? Him and I'm a huge intimacy person. I'm a very sensual person. I love touch. I love my senses being stimulated, and it doesn't have to be in a sexual way. I genuinely just love the feeling of my body being touched. and me touching another body. And I haven't met a lot of people that have that like ideology or that like feeling towards bodies where truly like every crevice needs to be explored. But we had that intimacy, and it was gorgeous. It was beautiful. So when I say I know you miss me tracing your back, it was this like slow just feeling of one another. Like he would feel everything, like the backs of my arms, you know, pass by my foot, like everything you wouldn't think of when you're in these like horny states. I feel like people don't understand foreplay. They don't understand the levity of holding a body, and that sex or intimacy is genuinely one of the most vulnerable things you can do with somebody. You're essentially saying like, I feel safe with you in the most vulnerable time. You could genuinely die in this moment. Like, clothes are off, guard is down, everything's up. So to have this like moment with someone is so beautiful and so important. And I think people have lost that. I was grateful that I experienced that, because it brought me this awareness to my body and other people's bodies, where it's just this beautiful appreciation and gratitude that this person is opening themselves up in this way to you. So yeah, like the tracing. Anyways, I won't get too much into that stuff, but like, I think people have lost the art of just being grateful for one another's skin and how much you can achieve just by a nice, slow, soft tracing of something, you know? It's just so beautiful. I could talk about this for like hours. But yeah, and then humming songs we heard Into Your Neck. I think there was like a specific like sorry, I was 20, I was 21, I'm sorry. Like, yeah, we did listen to Drake, and there was I think it was a Drake song. Gross that I have to say that out loud. But it was a Drake song, I'm pretty sure, that we listened to, and I would just hum. I would be laying on top of him and just humming into his neck. Gorgeous stuff. But yeah, this ending part, maybe talking will make this a mess. And then you can say you're seeing someone else. Hey, it's me. That like swell of emotion. And I remember as soon as we put that into the song, I was like, that's it. Like, that's gorgeous. It truly is that moment of breaking in this point. Like, you're getting more and more, the cracks are getting wider as the song goes. But that was like a huge, I was like, if you've moved on and I look stupid, it is what it is. You know, you can say you're seeing someone else and you've done your thing and I was just a chapter, or you're trying to deal with it that way. It's okay. Just let me know and I will step off, you know? Then you ask for space. I'll give you all I can. You've been wandering in my dreams again. God damn, Maj. God damn. Yeah. Yeah, I felt like that was just like a good ending to the song, where I was just saying, if you don't want me, you know, if I'm impeding on your healing, you're seeing someone else, just say it. Just say the word and I'm gone. But that last moment of reaching out, where it's like, you've been wandering in my dreams again, it literally gives me chills. Like, it's such a, I love this song so much. It's such a moment. It was such a beautiful moment of submission and admission of love and care for somebody in this moment in time. And I love that I kept that phone buzz at the end, because everybody thinks that someone's calling them when they listen to the song. But also just that feeling of longing of, did he ever answer the phone? Did it just go to voicemail? Did I even ever send him that call? I never did. But I like that in the song, you don't really know. Like, you have no idea where that call has went or where these words had gone. whether it was just said to myself in my bedroom or said into his voicemail or said to him. You never know. I've been wanting to make a visual for a long time. I wish I did, but, obviously monetary, everything, I don't think songs die. So if I ever do get to make a visual for it, I will. And I think the time will be right for it. But yeah, I think Hey It's Me is one of the most important songs I've ever made. Songwriting wise, meaning wise, just, it's such a beautiful depiction of my soul, of my thoughts and my emotions, and that I am a yearner. I'm a soft, sensitive little yearner, and outside of things, going wrong with people, you still feel connected to them, you still feel pulled towards them. And yes, he was an asshole at that moment, but just this year I had to, here's the tea. Why are you liking my TikToks biannually, brother? What is that about? So he was pulling his own Hey It's Me. See, but here's the thing. I like that I laid it out. When Hey It's Me came out, I was like, yeah, the boys are listening. Whoever the fuck. Who cares? I made art. I made meaning. I made value. I made something that helps other people. What did this dude do? Like my TikToks at 8 a.m. every 6 months. Get a life. I've heard it. His life is shit now, but still, the fuck. So, anyways, all that to say, life is so complex and beautiful, and I am so grateful I made that song. It got maybe 2 Spotify playlists for like a month and a half, and then off, and all of my streams have been through organic algorithmic like plays, like people hear it on their daily mix and they like the song, and it's past 1 million just by you guys. I think Hey It's Me is also like the biggest indication of fuck playlists, bro. It's a beautiful thing to have playlists, but I also believe in you guys so much. I really do believe that great music will get to the right audience eventually. And I don't think, 1 million, and I don't like to put a number on it. I think my music is invaluable at the end of the day. It because it's mine, because it's me, and I must value myself at that level. I love myself, and I should love myself and my work and my art and my courage to make it and to release it. But 1 million is like just the beginning of what I think that song could achieve in terms of reach. Same with Honey, same with Wake Up. There are so many songs I think haven't even gotten the time of day yet, and just purely based off of your listens and your love, they have gotten that far. And I feel like that's a beautiful testament as an artist to know and to be supported irregardless of the setup structures that we need to follow. And I have the greatest gratitude to know that people still listen after years of supporting me. 17 is when I dropped music for the first time, and I'm 24 now. That's like 7 fucking years of people following this music and loving it and still discovering it. And we need to believe in the longevity of things, because I do. I've seen it time and time after again. Or time and time again. So thank you for listening to Hey It's Me. Thank you for loving it and hearing it and feeling it and understanding it. I think it's genuinely one of the most beautiful things I've ever made, with Chris freaking Godfrey. Whatever God put us on this earth to do when we met, and he had not left my side for a single moment. He has seen me through so much of my progression as a human being. He's had so much love and respect and care for the many progressions of Maj. One of the many reasons that I had kept releasing music was because of him. I had never met a collaborator that could understand me better. And obviously, as we've grown as people, he's on his own solo journey, and I am as well. And we have found our people and our callings at this point in time, and this is the first time we've actually had like a separation and creative process in life. But that moment was so special to me, and that's also why we made my last acoustic project, because we knew we could make such beautiful music that's strictly acoustic, and we wanted to honor that. And I'm so happy that we did that, and I have that, and just in the span of my career I just have a moment like that. So when the time is right and I do have like bigger following or whatever audience, they will see the love that has been given to me over time. And these songs don't just represent me, they represent the people that have loved me at every stage of my life, regardless of numbers or pull or audience. They have loved my music, they have believed in me, and without them I am nothing in this world. But an artist who has a voice, and they gave me so much magic, so much collaboration, so much community. Without community you get nowhere. So yeah, thank you for listening. This was Hey It's Me. Love that song. Let's see if I have any other lyrics that I ever wrote for it. Fuck it. May. Wow, I started writing this or having the thoughts about this 3 months before I even wrote the song. That's crazy. And then in July is when I actually wrote it. That's insane. I didn't even remember that. That's gorgeous. July 21st is when I wrote it. For real, for real. So I had one that was, hey, it's me. Guess you haven't fully healed just yet. Hey, it's me. I'm alright, but I'm worried that you're dead. Yeah. Vibes. That's so funny. Hey, it's me. I know you're stressed. I found out from your friend. Oh yeah, we were gonna have this interlude thing that my homies were gonna make, and that even existed. We were gonna have an interlude in the song where you can hear the dude like ignore my call, and they were like, yo, who's that girl that's calling you? He's like, nah, it's no one. I forgot we even did that. I'm so happy that I went back in my notes to see that. But yeah, if you've gotten this far, guess how many notes I have on my phone. The closest person will get a little snippet of a song that I've made. Fuck it, you get a little snippet. Thank you so much for watching. But yeah, that's the end of my episode. Hey, it's me. I love you so much. Every single person that has listened to an episode, commented, found me, found my music, thank you. I will see you next week. I'll probably be doing Fly next week. We'll see. Maybe I'll run another poll. But yeah, thank you so much for listening and watching. My song recommendation of the week, I'm going to put it up on my story. I'm going to ponder a bit, but I don't think I'm ready to recommend just yet. Yeah, I'll put it up on my story. But yeah, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next week. I love you deeply, and I hope you love yourself too. Bye.